Good morning students, welcome to VLSI Design. Today we are going to discuss about design for testability. First let us see sequential circuit testing. So in the previous lecture we have seen that the combinational circuit testing methods, but it is somewhat difficult to test the sequential circuit. So why? Because the sequential circuit having the memory element having the present and the previous states. The present and previous states are not externally available variables. Because of this reason, the sequential circuit testing is difficult. So this is nothing but the testing of general approach for the sequential testing method. So that is nothing but the combinational circuit. Here the inputs are W1 to Wn and the output are nothing but Z1 to Zn output. So here the next state variables are Y1 to Yk and the present state variables are Y1 to Yk. So the next state variables and the present state variables are not externally available variables. Because of this reason, the sequential circuit is difficult. So first see here, it is much difficult to test the sequential circuit because the memory element allows the sequential circuit variables in the response of the circuit. Externally applied test inputs depends on the states of the circuit. That means externally applied test inputs are always depends on the states of the circuit. States of the circuit means present state variables and the next state variables. So and you need to check the circuit performed correctly all transition between the states, that is produces the correct output. So the problem is too difficult to determine that the circuit is a specific states if the state variables are not observable on the external pins of the circuit. So we need to design the sequential circuit so that they are easily testable. So remember all these points while designing the sequential circuit testing. So one thing is nothing but if all the transition states are produces the correct output or not. So based on this one, we need to design the sequential circuit testing. So first one is nothing but design for testability. So in this one, here we include a multiplexer. That is nothing but the multiplexer includes two-way multiplexer in the path of each present state variable. So in the previous one, what we discussed in the previous slide. So present state and next states are the internally available parameters, that means variables. Because of that reason, so that is difficult to test the sequential circuit. So to overcome that one, here we use a multiplexer. That multiplexer is a two-way multiplexer. So that multiplexer is connected at a present state variable. So the drawback which is present to connect a two-way multiplexer is nothing but the second input of each multiplexer must be directly accessible through the external pins, which requires many pins if there are many state variables. So if the number of states are more, automatically it requires more pins. So this is the drawback which we use the multiplexer in the DFT, that is designed for testability. So why we use a multiplexer means to overcome the present state variables or internally. So the internally connected variables, present state and the next state. So because of that reason, that is difficult to test. So to overcome that one, here we use a multiplexer. If we use a multiplexer, If the number of pins are more, that means if the number of accessible inputs are more, means automatically it requires a more number of pins. So that is the drawback which we use a multiplexer. So to overcome that one, here one alternative method is present, that is nothing but here the shifting the test vector into the circuit one bit at a time. If we shift the testing vector into the circuit one bit at a time, it requires a less pins. So first you need to check the first one and it is shifted, and take the next one. So like that, if we take the number of pins, that means if we take the number of accessible pins, automatically the pin requirement is that means reduces. So this is the alternate approach which we use in the design for testability one. So first let us see the circuit. So this is nothing but one alternative approach method is nothing but a scan path technique. So in the previous one, what will be present here? Only the that means memory elements, that is the memory element is nothing but the sequential circuits are designed by using the flip-flops. Here we use a D flip-flop. So in the place of the present state, here we use a multiplexer. So this is nothing but the multiplexer, this is multiplexer and this is multiplexer. This total will act as a shift register one. So here this is nothing but here the scan input is present, normal bar or scan is present. So in order to scan the circuit, so we use a normal bar or scan is equal to 1. Then only we can test the design. So here the control signal normal or scan select the active input of the multiplexer. So in order to select the multiplexer, so here the normal or scan pin is available. So make it as a 1. So during the normal operation, the flip-flop inputs are given by the next variable, next state variable. So this is nothing but the present state variable and this is nothing but the next state variable. During the normal operation, that means it is not a testing. During the normal operation, the flip-flop inputs are driven into the next state. The driven into the next state means this is nothing but y1, y2 and y3. So during the normal operations. So for the testing the shift register connections using the scan in portion, each test vector that involves the present state variables, that is y1, y2 and y3. So during the normal operation, the present states are connected. During the normal operation, the flip-flops are driven into directly to the next variable states, that is y1, y2, y3. So the scan in and the normal scan is not involved during the normal operation. So for the testing for testing the shift register connections, to use the scan in the portion of each vector. So this is nothing but 1, 2, 3. The variables are nothing but y1, y2 and y3. So here this is nothing but the scan. So what are the steps which are involved in the test scanning method? So one is nothing but the operation of the flip-flop. So this is nothing but the flip-flops is to test it by scanning into the patterns of zeros and ones. So that means, for example, here I take 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. In the consecutive clocks, here observing whether the scan pattern is scanned out or not. Here I apply the scan in is nothing but 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. So after applying the clock signal, whether the scan pattern is scanned out or not. So here the scanning in is nothing but this pattern. So we can observe the scan out pattern is same in this manner or not. That is the first step. And the second step, the combinational circuit is tested by testing the vectors on w1 to wn, and outputs are nothing but z1. Here the inputs are nothing but w1 to wn, and the present state variables are nothing but y1, y2 and y3. y1, y2 and y3, and observe the value generated on the output, that is nothing but z1 to zn and y1, y2 and y3. So first, in order to scan the or in order to test the sequential circuit, one method is nothing but a scan path technique. So in the scan path technique, here we apply the scan in here. So why? Because here the multiplexer is used. The multiplexer will act as a shift register. So why we use a multiplexer means to overcome the difficulties in the sequential circuit testing. What the difficulty present in the sequential circuit testing means? So that the present and the next state variables are internally connected one. So because of the internally connected inputs, because of the internally connected variables, it is difficult to test. To overcome that one, here we use a multiplexer. If we use a multiplexer means number of pins are more. To overcome that one, this multiplexer is connected like a shift register one. So here in the scan in method, that means scan in pin, here we apply the patterns. The patterns are is in the form of zeros and ones. So after applying the clock signals, automatically the scan inputs are tested by the that means shift register one. So therefore the scan output is that means whether we can get the scan output is correct way or not. That means correct way or not means what are the scan inputs 01011. So what are the scan output means if the same pattern or getting into the output or not. So this is nothing but the combinational circuit. So after scanning the inputs, we can get the scan out, that is y1, y2, y3. These are applied to the combinational circuit, and the combinational circuit is test by applying the signals. So the outputs are nothing but z1 to zn, and here this is nothing but y1, y2 and y3. Likewise we can test the sequential circuit. So here y1, y2 and y3 portions are tested when we apply the normal or scan bar is equal to 1. So if it is 1 means that is normal bar. That means 0 bar is equal, 1 bar is equal to 0. So in the normal method, it will act as a normal shifting portion. That means the present and the next state variables are shifted like that. But in the scanning method, that is nothing but normal / scan method is equal to 1. Then only we can scan the testing. That means whatever the input variables are applied to the scanning, the same pattern is get into the scanned out variables. So the W1, W2 portions are test vector applied to the normal operations in the sequential circuit performed one cycle. The output are nothing but Z1, Z2 and Zn are observed and generated the value y1, y2 and y3 into the flip-flop during the normal operation. So if the scan normal or scan method is equal to 1, the flip-flops are scanned out during the next 3 clock cycles. Why? Because here 3 mugs are present. These 3 mugs are acts as a shift register 1. So it will generate the output, that is y1, y2, y3. So remember one thing here, during the scan method, here normal or scan pin is equal to 1. So therefore it will scan the pins. What are the patterns which are present in the scanning? The same thing will be scanned out at a sequential circuit. But during the normal operation, the combinational circuit pattern generates y1, y2 and so on yk and z1, z2. Outputs are z1 to zn and y1, y2, y3. So only in the normal method, so these values are shifted to that means next values are shifted to the present values. During the scanning method, here we can apply the scanned inputs. We can scan out the same pattern. We can scan out the same pattern means there is no problem in the sequential circuit design. This is how sequential circuits can be tested. Thank you.